Folks, it's tariff time. Yeah, that's right. Trump is doing the tariffs. Business Insider reports Trump signed an executive order to implement tariffs on Mexico, Canada, and China. He has been threatening the tariffs on the three countries and others for months. Here's where his trade proposals stand and how they could affect consumers. Spoiler alert, they're probably not going to affect consumers in a very good way. They may make things more expensive. President Trump's long-anticipated tariffs on goods from China, Canada, and Mexico were made official Saturday, according to the White House. The Trump admin said it imposed a 25% tariff on goods from Canada and Mexico and a 10% tariff on China. Economists expect many firms to pass increased costs by tariffs onto consumers, and several companies have already said they are preparing to raise prices in response. Electronics, groceries, and apparel are among the most likely products to see price increases. The White House said the tariffs will work to deliver Trump's campaign promises regarding his proposed first round of tariffs. An official told Business Insider that Trump has been clear about his desire to end the fentanyl crisis, and it's time for Mexico and Canada to join the fight as well. Trump has said a tariff on China would also help fight the fentanyl problem. Here are all the countries Trump has targeted with his trade proposals so far. So we got some stuff on basically China, Canada, and Mexico, but I want to insert here first. How exactly is this supposed to stem the flow of fentanyl? And really, I mean, it's a damning confession that, they're going to pass it on to consumers. And by consumers, they mean the bottom 95%. There was that study, that report that found that only the top 5% would see a tax cut as a result of Trump's tariffs. So if you're not the top 5%, prepare for at least some economic pain. I'm sorry to deliver that news to you, but I'm here to call balls and strikes. China. China was a key focus for tariffs on the campaign trail. While campaigning, Trump proposed a 60% tariff on all goods imported from China, alongside a 10 to 20% one on imports from other countries. Once Trump took office, though, his idea for tariffs on China appeared too narrow. On January 21st, he suggested a 10% tariff on imports from them into the U.S., beginning on February 1st, quote, based on the fact that they're sending fentanyl to Mexico and Canada. The Trump administration cited the fentanyl crisis on Saturday as the impetus for the new tariffs. China is a major electronics supplier to the U.S., so cell phones, computers, and games could get more expensive. Mao Ning, a spokesperson for China's foreign ministry, told reporters on January 22nd, quote, we believe that there's no winner in a trade war or tariff war, and we will firmly uphold our national interests. Yeah, they're not liking this. They're not liking what this guy's doing here. Careful, Don. I mean, what's he going to do next? Canada and Mexico. The new tariffs make good on an earlier threat Trump posted in November on his social media platform, Truth Social. He indicated at the time that he would impose tariffs on those two countries on his first day in office if they didn't strengthen their border policies. The U.S. imports many key goods from both Mexico and Canada. Americans received $92 billion in crude oil from Canada, as well as billions of dollars worth of vehicles and vehicle parts. In addition to car parts, Mexico also supplies $25 billion worth of computers to the U.S. On Friday, Justin Trudeau said the nation would respond to the tariffs. Quote, I met with our Canada-U.S. Council today. We're working hard to prevent these tariffs, but if the U.S. moves ahead, Canada's ready with a forceful and immediate response, Trudeau said in a post on X. So then also, I think it would be good to talk about Russia here too. Trump said on January 2nd that he would place tariffs on imports from Russia if they didn't end the war with Ukraine soon. Quote, if we don't make a deal, and soon, I have no other choice but to put high levels of taxes, tariffs, and sanctions on anything being sold by Russia to the U.S. and various other participating countries, he wrote on Truth Social. According to census data, the U.S. imported $4.57 billion worth of goods from Russia in 2023, which made up just 0.14% of total imports that year. Given how little the country exports to the U.S., consumers would probably see few effects if a tariff on Russia was implemented. Okay, not bad. And then we got stuff on Colombia. Yeah, So Canada, Mexico, China. Those tariffs are live as of Saturday. Not a good look. I guess promises made, promises kept, right? He did do tariffs. It's not the promise we'd like him to keep. We'd like him to keep promises that he would end the Ukraine war with Russia on day one, but he did not do that. So he's keeping all the wrong promises. Now, are tariffs inherently wrong? Not necessarily. There are some tariffs in history that have been done well. There are some that have been done incredibly poorly. See the tariff that Herbert Hoover signed into law back during the Great Depression. I mean, it just added fuel to the fire, and it was ridiculous. And it seems like the tariffs Trump's doing might very well go in that same ridiculous direction. Economists are not happy with this type of stuff. Economists almost universally disapprove of tariffs, and yet Trump and his followers will still insist, we're the people who believe in common sense, actually. You know, Trump said that when he blamed DEI for the plane crash. He said, I believe in common sense. It's like, dude, no, you don't. You do not. But yeah, what do you think of these tariffs? We were warning people before the election. Say what you will about Kamala Harris's economic platform, like, oh, maybe it wasn't ambitious enough. Maybe she didn't articulate it well enough. It wasn't fleshed out enough. She didn't talk about policy enough. But the policy that Trump actually did talk about was not good. It was embarrassing. And tariffs aren't even the worst of it. But yeah, economists are not tariff lovers. You will rarely see an economist praise tariffs. Let me know what you think in the comments below. As always, please like, comment, or subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for watching. This has been The More the Merrier, and I look forward to speaking to you in my next video.